Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Of caution. Young Sheldon Season 6 spoilers. The beginning of Missy's dating problems could make the eventual disclosure of George's affair even worse, since Young Sheldon Season 6 Episode 9 depicts Missy's Reagan-Revord terrible date with her romantic interest Dean. In Young Sheldon, Missy's social life has always played a significant role in her storyline. But despite a few past boy-related problems, Missy's first official date, accompanied by Mima, comes in Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 9, College Dropouts in the Medford Miracle. Annie Potts. Their second date is abruptly cut short by Dean's Travis Burnett desire to spend more time with Mima than Missy since he misses his own grandmother. This can make George's affair worse because Missy's personal dating life is off to a rough start. Missy's poor luck with romantic partners throughout her life was already established by Young Sheldon's parent series, The Big Bang Theory, even if Young Sheldon later confirmed that she had a happy second marriage. When the Coopers learn of the affair, Missy's dating experiences, which are certain to end badly, may also have an impact on George's impending infidelity scandal in Young Sheldon. Season 6 of If Young Sheldon Missy may require assistance from her family, whom she graciously offered her support to throughout Young Sheldon, if she is still having trouble finding a fulfilling, healthy romance. The eventual disclosure of George's affair would only cause Missy more pain, as she already needed more family support to cope with her unstable romantic life. Related, the most horrible part of Season 6 could have been set up by Young Sheldon's job fate for George. Given her youth, Missy's dating is unlikely to result in a committed partnership anytime soon, aside from her history of awful love relationships, which The Big Bang Theory has proven. However, her dating misfortunes may present a chance for the rest of her family to finally support Missy. Whether she was understanding of Sheldon's struggles to adjust to living in separate rooms in Young Sheldon Season 5 or helpful to Mary after she was expelled from her church, Young Sheldon had already established Missy as the most intelligent Cooper child. Her emotional intelligence made her stand out each time she assisted a loved one in resolving a personal problem. George's assistance would be comforting to Missy if she endures heartbreak during her dating life in Young Sheldon. But even if all of this turns out to be accurate and Missy takes comfort in George's support, when his affair is exposed in Young Sheldon, all of his counsel would become meaningless, and Missy would see him as a hypocrite. Missy would find this particularly upsetting because she would feel deceived by her father's actions, which go against his advice, and she would get confused about what is appropriate and inappropriate in relationships. But if Missy's family doesn't notice her dating problems, Young Sheldon might cause her further misery. Missy would benefit from the Coopers' assistance when she needs it, as they have always been completely supportive of all of her loved ones. Missy would feel as though her family was ignoring her issues. Ignored because she repeatedly showed the Coopers kindness, but they refused to return the favor. In essence, the Missy relationship plotline in Young Sheldon Season 6 could only exacerbate George's impending infidelity scandal, as the revelation of George's affair during her dating difficulties could make her feel even more lost. Missy's Young Sheldon's 6 romance can make George's affair storyline worse. Hold on to your seats, Young Sheldon fans, because Missy's latest romance in Season 6 could take things to a whole new level of drama, and not in a good way for George's affair storyline. You thought George's cheating scandal was going to be the emotional center of the season, right? Think again. Missy's developing relationship in the latest episodes might be the twist no one saw coming, and it's a total game changer for the Cooper this budding romance could make George's affair look even worse than it already is. Missy's romance is a mirror to George's infidelity. In a surprising twist, Missy's new relationship mirrors George's own issues in an almost uncanny way. Fans of the show know how hard George's affair has hit the Cooper family, but Missy's love life adds a whole new layer to the family's dysfunction. George has been unfaithful to his wife, and now Missy's trying to navigate her first taste of romance, and it's already causing tension with Sheldon and her family. Could this romantic subplot end up being the last straw for George and his wife, Mary? The timing could not be worse. The timing of Missy's love life couldn't be more problematic. With George's infidelity hanging over the Cooper household, Missy's exploration of her own romantic desires adds even more chaos to the mix. If she starts acting out due to her new feelings, or if her relationship fails dramatically, the emotional fallout will likely hit George and Mary where it hurts the most. Missy's emotional development is crucial, but George's affair is already causing so much strain. With these two storylines colliding, will George even have a chance to fix things with his wife? George's trust issues only deepen. Let's face it, George isn't exactly the picture of perfect parenting. His affair, no matter how many times he tries to explain it, has deeply impacted his relationship with Mary and his kids. Now, with Missy finding herself in the middle of her own budding romance, will George's jealousy and insecurities creep in even more? Missy is already getting caught up in her own emotional whirlwind. If George sees her making mistakes in relationships, it's not going to be pretty for his own fractured trust with Mary. Will George begin to see Missy's romance as just another betrayal? That's an emotional road we don't think George is ready to go down. Missy's growing pains amplify George's mistakes. Missy's journey into adolescence isn't just about school drama and sibling rivalry. It's about learning the lessons of life and love. The thing is, the more Missy learns about relationships, the harder it's going to be for her to stomach George's cheating. Imagine her watching her father hurt her mother, and then suddenly finding herself in a confusing, complicated romance. The contrast between George's destructive actions and Missy's own innocent explorations could shine a light on just how far George has gone astray. This might cause Missy to lose respect for her dad, or worse, cause her to feel betrayed by the man she's always looked up to. If Missy's storyline ends up exposing how much George has messed up in a completely new way, George's attempts to salvage his marriage and his family might come off as too little too late. Could Missy's romance push George over the edge? The real kicker here is the potential for Missy's relationship to make George snap. As we've seen with many father figures on TV, a man like George, who's already emotionally fragile, might start acting out in a way that further destabilizes his life. With the increasing pressure from his affair coming from all sides, adding Missy's romantic developments into the equation could cause George to make rash decisions that only make things worse. Will George lash out at Missy for her relationship choices, or will he try to shield her from the mistakes he's already made? If George tries to steer Missy away from her own romance, the father-daughter relationship could suffer, making it harder for the entire family to come back together. The impact on the Cooper family's future. At the end of the day, Missy's first foray into romance could leave the entire Cooper family reeling. Will she learn from George's mistakes, or will her developing relationship just be another reflection of how fractured their home truly is? Whatever the outcome, one thing is for sure: George's affair story is far from over, and Missy's romance might be just the catalyst it needs to make everything even more chaotic than we ever expected. If you're a fan of young Sheldon, you know things have never been this tense, and Missy's love life is just the beginning. We can't wait to see how this plays out, but it's clear that George's mistakes are going to haunt the Cooper family for a long time. This format incorporates the clickbait feel, driving intrigue and highlighting the connection between Missy's romance and George's affair storyline. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.